There we go. Hey, everyone, it's Jeff Lobb from Exit Realty. I have the pleasure of talking with Mark Walser today. Mark is the vertical product manager, marketing director for Kodak, and I just like to call him Mr. Kodak. He's to me the end all of product for everything that's going on. And video in today's real estate world is happening to be one of the most amazing things we should be doing, and many of you are not doing enough of. So Mark is at a remote location. We're just trying to ooh in together, but he's got some awesome stuff I want to share with you today. And probably the first thing I want to talk about is, first of all, the success of the Zi8, right? That's been out for, what, about a year now?
Yeah, it has, and it's still out as a current model, even though it's coming to the end of life. We have a great deal on it. I believe it's $99.96 or something through the Exit Realty store.
Yeah.
So if you can find them and still order them, it's definitely a great deal and still a strong contender camera.
Yeah. It's been my favorite.
Is going down on it fast because of the new Play Touch. So.
Well, let's go down that path. I got the new Play Touch. I'm loving it. I got the new wide-angle lens, which finally came out on the market, so I can do a little wide-angle. Talk about some of the features of this Play Touch and some of the differences so we can kind of help identify that for those who are really looking to step up their video.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the Play Touch itself, and you can see I've got mine here on a tripod, Jeff. And we did, in conjunction with the Play Touch, these actually work on the Zi8 as well. We came out with some new lenses. So these are magnetic lenses. So this is the wide angle, it's smaller, and you've got that one. And this is a fisheye.
Got it.
You can actually shoot a fisheye shot too. And as you can see, I actually carry mine around with me just on my regular lanyard here on the Play Touch. I just kind of loop them through so they're always with me, and I don't have to worry about them or forget about them. And
cool.
I just stuff them into this case, whenever I'm ready to record, I just pull it out and do it. So the wide angle on the Play Touch, what's cool about the Play Touch, just kind of turn it on so you can see a little bit here. The Play Touch itself is actually a touch screen camera. So everything about it is navigable, kind of like an iPhone or an iPad. It's a capacitive touchscreen.
Yeah.
It does have on-camera editing, so that's kind of a cool thing. For a lot of people are intimidated by taking video because they're not sure. They want to jump into a video program and try to work that up and try to edit it a little bit. Play Touch actually has on-screen trimming, and it's super easy. You're literally just sliding with your two fingers and cutting out the parts you don't want. You can pull out a capture, like a still capture out of that video image. Great. And then you can also do with the Play Touch a wide-angle shot. The Play Touch differs from the Zi8. It's got a much wider angle lens. It does a 33 millimeter lens on 720p video, which is high def or beginning of high def video.
Yeah.
46 millimeter on the Zi8. So the wide angle field of view is wider, and for real estate, wide angle is really what you want.
Huge.
It's great. However, when you stick these wide angle lenses on it, and by the way, I mentioned they both work, right? If you put the wide angle lens on the Zi8, it'll take you down to between 28 and 30 millimeter wide. If you stick it on the Play Touch, you're down to 22 millimeter super wide. So it's really excellent, and probably the first time ever that a small pocket-sized full HD camera is available with a wide-angle lens for under $200. So if you're an agent and you're looking to really get your video strategy started this year, with blogging, video blogging, creating neighborhood tours and so forth, there's huge opportunities in video, and we can talk about that in our next segments. But the cool part is, for you as an agent, you now have $159 is the exit price for in the U.S. for the Play Touch.
That's right.
$20 for the lens. You can get a lavalier mic for anywhere between $30 to $100, depending on what you want to do with it. And then you can get a tripod, a handheld tripod or otherwise, for about $20, $30.
Yep.
So basically, for about $250 to $300, you can get an entire kit, all you need, and pretty much do all your video on your own, which is great.
Yeah, and I'll tell you the big difference that I found, that although I stepped up and bought also one of the remote controls, so that when I'm sitting back, I can hit the remote control just like you're showing there. But for those who don't have the remote control, let me tell you, just before I got the remote, one of the really cool features that I realized because of this editing is, when you've got the Play Touch out there and you got it on your tripod and you hit record and then you got to go stand back and kind of get ready. As soon as you get done cutting, you go and do that little edit and you splice out you walking in front of the camera. It takes about 2 seconds and you really just chop it right out real quick. It makes it so much easier to edit it right on the screen, and you don't have to watch yourself walking around getting set up. So
that's a great point, and it saves you a lot of time in terms of when you download the video, having to go cut that part out using software.
that's right.
Yeah.
I just chop the little part out, upload it to YouTube, and it's the clean version of it. I mean, now I have the remote, so I'm much more user-friendly with it. But for those who don't, it's such a nice feature to edit that. It's really working well. So I'm thrilled with that product. The wide-angle lens I'm just starting to play with, so definitely you can see the difference. I mean, you just look through the lens, and when you take it off, you can look through the camera and see that difference of what's happening.
And for your viewers, I actually have on my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Kodak Real Estate.
Yeah.
I actually have a bunch of videos on there showing you the demo between having the wide angle on and not having it on. So if you really want to see that in action before you buy the lens, you can certainly go to my channel and take a look at that. But it's a massive difference, really
Awesome.
is.
That's great. Well,
Yeah.
we're going to talk a lot more about this. Let me just wrap up this session real quick. But the new the Play Touch is probably one of the finest out there. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of new, cooler stuff that's happening in the next couple sessions. But I appreciate your time on this one. We'll catch up on some other stuff in the next session. So thanks, Mark.
Sounds great. Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate
You're the
it.
best. See ya.